Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm here with Kathy. And Kathy, can I ask you something?
You bet.
When you hear the phrase living sacrifice, what type of picture comes to your mind?
Mm. Honestly, I think it means when we are dying to ourself, but living for Jesus. And it's not easy to be fully alive, but also dying to ourself as a sacrifice.
Yeah, I used to think that same thing. And then I realized Paul wasn't really describing two opposite ideas. He was describing the Christian life. So if we look at Romans 12:1. Therefore, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. So you may all be familiar with that verse, but notice where Paul starts. He doesn't say, try harder. He says, in view of God's mercy, our surrender is always a response to God's grace.
That's a great reminder, Brian. And we don't surrender because we're trying to earn God's love, but we surrender because we've already received it. And when I remember God's mercy and his loving character, then surrender doesn't feel like I'm losing something. It feels like I'm placing my life into the hands of somebody that I completely trust.
So good. Yeah. I think you probably heard some people say the problem with being a living sacrifice is you keep crawling off the altar. And so there's some truth to that, I think. And every day we're tempted to take back control of our schedule, finances, our relationships, even our future. But instead of feeling guilty about that, what if we simply just saw every morning as another invitation, another opportunity to climb back on the altar and say, Lord, today belongs to you.
Yeah, and that's what our morning reset helps us to do. And it's not about checking off another spiritual habit, but we intentionally lay our will down and we place every area of our lives into God's hands. We place our spiritual life, our thoughts, our health, our family, relationships, our work, our finances, and even our rest. And we simply acknowledge, Lord, you are the owner.
Yeah, and here's what I've discovered. The more that I practice daily surrender, the more freedom that I experience. Because surrender isn't just about giving something up, it's about trusting God enough to let Him carry it and what it was never meant for me to try and control myself. And that's really where peace begins.
Yeah, maybe that's a question for all of us today. So, which part of our life has quietly climbed off the altar? Maybe it's your calendar and you're starting to take control of it, or maybe it's your thoughts, maybe it's your finances or your future. Whatever it is, today's a wonderful day to place it back into God's hands.
All right, so here's your surrendered step for today. Everybody watching this, before you move on with the rest of your day, pause for just a minute. Open your hands and simply pray, Lord, today I place whatever comes to your mind, whatever word it is, back into your hands. You fill in the blanks, then trust Him with it.
One surrendered prayer and one surrendered step. And that is how a surrendered life is built.
Perfect. And so tomorrow we're going to help you create your own personal daily surrender practice that will fit your life. We hope you'll join us. Until then, live life on purpose. You can do this. Turn it over. God's got it.